Hi, I'm Dyan Reaveley. You're here at the Ranger booth at CHA Winter Show, and I'm going to show you some things to do with the new Perfect Pearls kit. We've got 4 beautiful colours. It's called Cafe, and we just love it. This time we're going to use the Perfect Pearls as a background on chipboard, and we're going to give this faux enamel look. So what we do is we start off with chipboard, mount board, piece of wood, anything that will take the heat. And I like to put black underneath because I like to make the colour pop. So I'm just using a black Adirondack dabber. Love these because they're so quick, it's very opaque, it covers in one coat. So just the black underneath. You don't need to put any colour on under there, it's just personal preference. You can see it's almost dry, but I'm just going to give it a quick dry with the heat gun. Then I'm going to take the Perfect Medium and I'm going to apply it to the chipboard. I always find when I'm doing chipboard, press on the back of the pad, press on the front of the pad, and then you'll get a nice coating. And always make sure that your pad is really, really juicy. We do re-inkers that you can re-ink these with. If it's not juicy enough, your powders won't stick. So you can see there, it's very shiny, we've got the medium on there. So we're going with the Cafe again. I'm going to take some of the colours. With using the bigger brush, I'm just going to apply some of the colours in certain areas. Again, apply them wherever you want. You could do one colour, but I always find it fun to use a lot more colours. You can leave some of the black showing through, don't worry about it, it's not a problem. So I've added some of the colour again and again. I'm just going to pat it down to get that in place, and then I'm just going to dust over the excess over the top. I'm going to spritz with the water to seal it. That will activate the binders, and so when it's dry that will be sealed. For speed, I'm just going to heat it with dry it with the heat gun, but you could just put that to one side and leave it as it is. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Perfect Medium again and I'm going to apply it over the top of the pearls. Again, I'm going to push it down and I'm going to make sure it's covered all over. I'm going to take a piece of paper, I'm going to place it on the paper, and I'm using the clear ultra thick embossing enamel. This is a lot thicker than a normal embossing powder. If you're just going to have it plain, you can get away with one coat, but I'm going to embed a stamp into here, so I like to use 2 coats, but it's personal preference. So we just sprinkle some of the powder on, and then we're going to lift it up, and it's important, I feel, to just tap the excess off, because that's the bit that blows away. I'm going to take this powder out of the way, put it back in the jar, place it back on the paper, and I'm just going to melt the embossing enamel. Start in one corner and keep your gun still. A lot of people do this and it just cools it and heats it. Keep your gun still until it starts to melt. Once it starts to melt, then you can move your gun to another bit. So just move round the tile until it's melted. What you do need to do when it's all melted is you need to go back and reheat, because when you get over here and melt, this is going cold. So you just need to then make sure you just go back and give it a quick heat all over. And then whilst it's hot, you just add the second layer of ultra thick straight onto the top. Lift it up again, tap the excess off. We're going to embed a stamp into this, so I've just got a stamp, any stamp that you like to use. We're going to take the Perfect Medium and we're going to ink the stamp up first with the Perfect Medium. Then we're going to melt the second layer of the ultra thick. It will melt quicker this time. Every coat that you do, it just melts quicker because it is hotter. I just love it. I do this so often, and I just love seeing it change. It's magical. I don't know if you can see the crystal, the pearls, how they seem to be suspended in the ultra thick. So melt it, make sure it's warm. Take your stamp. There's no need to rush. Press your stamp into the ultra thick and lift it off. If it doesn't come off straight away, don't worry about it, it will when it's cool. You can see there we've got an imprint in. You could leave it like that, but what I like to do is I like to come back to the pearls and just take a little bit and just put a tiny bit inside the indents of the stamp that you've stamped down, and then I'm just going to add a slightly different colour around the edge. Do it when it's warm. So we're just going to add a little bit there and then just dust. So again, you could leave it just like that, which is lovely, but a little finishing touch. You take one of the clear, the glitter-based stickles, and if you just scribble a tiny touch inside the indents. Okay, so here's the finished product. It's amazing to think that this just started out as cardboard. It looks like something really expensive on metal. You could use it for jewellery. These are lovely, just popped on your cards or tags. I've also done a very similar effect on a frame, just popped that over a photograph, and again on a frame here. Really easy, really simple to use with the colours. Thank you very much.